Hi, Dhairya Doshi. Congratulations on achieving rank 41. It was a great achievement for you. And welcome to EdnoCast, the rankers of Ednovate. Very, very glad to have you here. Congratulations on this great achievement. So, how is the feeling and how is the Josh and what's the environment around you now?
So first of all, thanks for inviting me here. So it was an extraordinary feeling. I felt a sense of accomplishment, like achieving a milestone final in my life, and it can only be felt. It cannot be expressed that way.
Absolutely. So, all your parents, everybody is very happy about it.
Yes, definitely, they were very happy, and even they felt they enjoyed the moment.
Did you expect it to get a rank? Did you work towards that, or was it like impromptu, like it just happened, or you knew that you will get a rank?
No, I worked to get a rank, but after the exams, I felt like there were very feeble chances of me getting a rank because I actually was not able to complete most of my papers, and I knew that if there were few chances, and if I get, I will get between 30 to 50 because I had left a lot in my papers.
Now, as we are unraveling your story, it's important for students to understand the mindset issue, right? So you goofed up very badly in your accounts exam, right? And for you, getting a rank is like a comeback. The way we have come back in the T20 World Cup. Tell me what did change, like, because accounts आपका पहला पेपर होता है और अगर वो खराब गया तो बाकी के 5 जो पेपर्स बचे हैं वो भी उसका भी अफेक्ट होता है उन पे. सो व्हाट डिड यू डू टू मैनेज इट एंड आपने कैसा अपना यू हैव टोल्ड योर माइंड के अभी जो हो गया अभी आगे देखता हूँ.
Yeah, so first of all, accounts was my strong subject. So I had in my mind that I want to get a 80 plus in accounts. But then ultimately, since it was the first paper, and due to two factors, firstly, I wasted a lot of time in finding out how to write, where to use pen, where to use pencil, and secondly, I was studying up to the last moment before the exam bell rung. So I was not able to transition quite well into the exam, so I missed out almost 25 marks of the paper, which was very big. And even I got 64, and even the 7-8 marks where I lost, I knew that I had done it wrong in the exam.
Oh.
So after leaving the exam hall, I was in a very bad mental state because it was like the maximum marks I could get were 65, 70. And at that point you don't get the confidence that everything else you have done is correct. So I was in a very bad state of mind, and after that I was depressed for 3 to 4 hours after reaching my home. But I knew that it is okay if one paper goes wrong. You have 5 papers to cover up, and I had experienced a similar situation in my foundation exams, where again accounts was my strong subject, but I was not able to complete the paper. So after 3-4 hours, I started studying law with full dedication, and the next 3 papers I made a good comeback. I got 82 in law, 85 in taxation, and 92 in costing.
Wow, so that needs a clapping. But I think accounts के पेपर में problem क्या होती है ना, you will know आपने सही किया कि गलत किया, because lot of sums are either it's a your assets has to match your liabilities, right? So जब वो match नहीं होता ना, तो I think that you get into that panic state. What did I do wrong? And how can I do wrong? So I have seen a lot of people. So my accounts was also very strong. You always wanted to be a chartered accountant and pursue this as your career, or is there some idol who told me ye karo? Yeah, I mean, just tell me a little about that as well.
Okay, so I had not decided what I wanted to do in my life till 10th standard. So in the 10th standard and around that time, I was confused whether to choose science or commerce, because I was actually very well versed in science also. I used to score great marks in physics, chemistry, biology, but I actually never loved the practical experience and what we actually do in science as an engineer. So that's why I decided to choose commerce, because I could connect well about the practical application of commerce.
Now, I want to know a little bit about your family. How did they supported you, especially your parents, because you're the only child. So tell me about that. And I think you're the most loving child also.
Yeah, so I am from a Gujarati business family, and my father is a businessman and my mom is a housewife. So They have always supported me throughout this journey. My father used to drop and pick up me for the exams, and he set aside his work in order to make sure I reach on time and I am comfortable. My mother always used to support me while I was studying. She was like, even if you fail, it doesn't matter, but I want to see a smile on your face.
How did you face any challenges which you have in your life? And I want to bring that story because it's so good to see you here. And if you determine in your mind where there is a will, there is a way. Nothing can stop you, nothing in this world. So just tell me something about that.
Yeah, so exactly as you told, determination is very important. Whenever I face a challenge, I'm like, you have to solve it, whatever it takes. So determination is very important to solve any challenge. Otherwise, I was very lucky that during my inter preparation, I never felt sick for a long period of time, something like that.
Gujarati khana, Marwadi khana, and ghar ka khana is the only way to not feel sick. Because when people hog on to outside food, they tend to. So, can you describe your study schedule during your CA journey? How did you manage your time efficiently? And was there a study plan which you make? What did you do during those 3 months? How was your preparation prior to that, which helps you to pep up during the study?
So prior to the study leave I actually wanted to complete 100% of the syllabus, but I was not able to complete that. I completed around 40 to 50% of my syllabus. I had read that one. In February, March and April, I had thought that I should be able to complete 3 revisions. I made a plan that I made subject specific plans, like there are 6 subjects, so I would allot days for each subject and try to complete that subject within that time limit.
What was the time frame you decided?
Yeah, so for example, for law, let's say I decided that I would be able to complete my first reading in 6 days.
Okay.
For accounts, it would take around 7 to 8 days. For DT, it will take 4 to 5 days. For GST, 3 to 4 days. And more or less depending on
an average 7 to 8 days per subject.
7 to 8 days per subject for the first reading, and so the first reading should take around 50 days or 40 to 50 days.
Correct.
And after that the second reading should take 20 to 30 days depending on how you proceed. And so I actually delayed, but still I was able to complete 2 revisions for each subject, and for theory subjects I completed 3 revisions.
3 revisions.
For audit and law.
Very nice. During the study leave you did that, or
yeah, during
these revisions are during the study leaves you're talking about. And did you have any backlogs, and if yes, what did you do to kind of ensure that there are no backlogs? Because I know a lot of people वो एक प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन मोड में चले जाते हैं, तो कर लेंगे and then they lag behind because concept समझता नहीं और आप आगे बढ़ते जाते हो. So did you face any challenges like that, or you were always like नहीं मुझे complete करना है backlog?
No, that's one good thing I did, that my backlog never crossed 10 hours. So during college exams primarily it built up, and I was lucky enough that after my college exams ended there was a holiday in Ednovate due to some reason, so I was able to cover most of my backlog during that day itself. And so whenever I used to build a backlog, I used to cover it within 2 to 3 days, and so I was never in a state where I had 30 to 40 hours of backlog.
Oh, so that's good, because you knew that you have to get it done. So reflecting on your experience with Ednovate, what are the key features which you think that has for you to able to get a rank, or something which you love about us? I want you to talk about that to us so that our kids can also know that these are the things or features which you're providing to our students.
Yeah, so firstly, as I said, the video recordings which you get were very helpful. So during my college exams, as I said, I was able to attend only 1 lecture out of 2. So the second lecture which I missed, I was able to complete it the next day or after my exams ended. So my concepts were clear, and it was not like if a part remains weak, then it creates a problem later on. But since there were video recordings, I was able to be clear with it.
Right.
Another thing was that it was Ednovate integrated fun into learning in a very effective manner. Like I never thought classes could be this interesting.
No, thank you so much. And did you wrote all the papers, the test series and all, chapter wise, subject wise, or did you miss, or what did you do?
That was also very helpful. Like Ednovate had test after every 2 weeks, and even before the foundation results came out, there were 2 tests. So I used to write all the tests, and even during my study leave, I wrote the 2 prelims.
Oh,
like
you've already written the two prelims, and it did help you during your exams too.
yes, and
write
writing the prelims, not the prelims, but the test offline really helps as compared to writing it at home, because at home you are not able to build that exam environment, which can be built offline only.
I know you are someone who is least distracted by the social media, but if there is something like, just talk about how did you manage the distractions or the phone calls or something, social media, OTT platform, Netflix, this and that, because it takes away a lot of your time. And I think this is a message which I want to give to all my listeners, all my students, that if you really want to differentiate yourself from being a rank holder pass and failing, I think that this is one thing which takes away their time. So just talk a little about that.
Yeah, so regarding the movies and series, it's not like I didn't used to watch, but I used to watch, but in a limit. So like I watched the Scam 2003 series. So it had 5 episodes. I would watch one episode every day, and so after my classes, I used to watch one episode. So it refreshed me, and it also didn't take away a lot of time. So that way you can work it to your advantage. And on the other hand, I didn't use social media, so that was a big advantage for me, which I would recommend everyone, that you should be inactive on social media at least during the leave period, and otherwise it takes away a lot of your time.
And I think this is just a sheer wastage of the productive time, is how I call it. Constructive productive.
You lose track of your time.
Track of your time, and then you don't even know how many hours you just spent scrolling and not learning anything. I mean, like,
You get into a vicious cycle, like you wasted time, then you feel bad, then you again don't study, then you again watch.
of course, we were not that distracted. Give one advice to CA aspirants as to how they should be embarking on the CA journey, and what all things they should do, or what are the key points which they should be keeping in their mind.
Okay, so we discussed about cricket earlier. I will take it further. Like after you start your inter preparation, when you have 7 to 8 months left, you need to play like Virat Kohli. You need to keep taking singles, look wherever you can hit fours, and you need to keep studying, but not also have fun during that time, because after that you have to study a lot. And during the leave period, you have to play like Rohit Sharma did against Australia. So you have to try to hit a six on every ball and not think about anything else. Like if a friend calls you, or you have a family function, you should try to avoid that and just focus on studying and not anything else.
Absolutely, because I think by the age you are 21, your friends would just be thinking what they should be doing, and you would be having a degree of a CA, like 21 and a half maybe. You're all 18, 19, right, in that range, 18, 19 years, 19, 19 and a half. So another 2 more years, you have appear for your exam and you're a CA. 21, 22, and in that time, even, I mean, someone would have only done BCom, right? And you would be earning a pay package if you got a rank of 35, 40 lakh, and as low as 12 lakh even if you clear the exam, right? So such a difference, and your friends would still be struggling कि मैं करूँ क्या मेरी life के साथ. So I think this is one degree if you just dedicate that time, and I think I will tell you, inter foundation or inter तक अगर आप अच्छे से time दे देते हो ना, then you become serious about it. You goof up only there. Because final journey is altogether a different journey, because you will get into the corporate world because of your articleship, and you will learn on the go. Plus that hunger to learn more and more will automatically come into you, and you are seeing that environment. So I'm not saying final becomes easier for you, but then you have already made your mindset कि नहीं अभी मुझे भाई यहाँ से निकलना है. So every CA will say that. CA है ना, बहुत छोटी एज में हमको टाइम मैनेजमेंट सिखा देता है, हमको मल्टीपल टास्किंग सिखा देता है, हमको इंट्रोवर्ट बना देता है. लेकिन there is a term which I widely use, you become introvertly extrovert, right? You know where not to speak and you know where to speak. So when you are in a professional world, even if you don't want to speak to people, you will speak there, because that's what you're required to do. And you can be introvert when you want to be, like it's a social gathering where you don't want to talk to anyone. So there are a lot of things जो CA हमको बहुत छोटे में सिखा देता है, we don't realize that, but as you grow you will realize. And one thing which I believe is कि CA बन गए तो कुछ तो कर ही लोगे लाइफ में. मतलब once you're a CA, even if it is multiple attempts, even if you're a rank holder, once you're a CA, it's a tag which comes with you throughout your life.
You can't be unemployed.
You can't be, and even Mr. Modi has always said that
Yeah.
CS signature is the most powerful signature one could ever had, right? And it is much powerful than that because CAG, Controller Auditor General of India जो होता है वो गवर्नमेंट की ऑडिट रिपोर्ट साइन करते हैं. अगर वो साइन ही नहीं करेंगे तो मतलब बराबर नहीं बना है हमारा, and we don't have the right balance sheets and P&L of our government. So I think it's very important. I think this is one of the best course. And when you say fun learning and the features where you don't feel like, I think the whole genesis of conceptualizing this company Ednovate was with the thought process because we are all CAs. Now we will have a rapid fire round with you. Quick. So you'll get a hamper post that. So you have to be really quick in answering those questions.
Okay.
And they are very simple, not great. So mummy or papa?
Okay, Papa.
Oh, first person whom you shared your rank with.
Mummy. Like everybody was together.
Yeah, okay. One person who has motivated you to pursue CA as a career.
Okay. Yeah, it's not like technically.
Self-motivated.
Yeah.
One person whom you admire the most in Ednovate.
Sagar sir.
A success, what does success means to you?
Happy with what you do.
Very nice. Happiness or peace of mind?
Peace of mind.
And the last one, this is for you. Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma?
MS Dhoni.
MS Dhoni, wow, none of them. Ditto. So people love him and his own thing. So thank you so much, Dhairya. Thanks for coming here and being part of this podcast. I hope you really enjoyed it. And wishing you all the best and would love to help you in all possible manners which we can. Once again, thank you for being here. Thanks.
Thank you.